Joke, no joke. You already know. Learn from mistakes out right now on all platforms. This for the mixtape. The 50-year-old platinum virgin. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Welcome to AMC Theater 11. Enjoy your show.
Yo, Lee. Run the rail. Choke, no joke, cheeky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke, cheeky choke, no joke. You know what it is. We here now. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday. Choke, no joke live. This is what it is. Hold on. I gotta notify. Hold on here. Peace and love, everybody in the building. I am live right now on my website, ChokeNoJokeProductions.com. If you ain't know, you better ask somebody. If you ain't know, you better ask somebody. Vlad, you did it, Vlad. This go out to everybody say, niggas always blaming Vlad. Y'all ain't gonna give Vlad his props? Y'all not gonna give Vlad his props? Y'all gotta give Vlad his props, man. Vlad, you getting a junior G-Man badge, man, when I see you, man. I got a junior G-Man badge for you, brother. You did it, brother. You cracked the code, Vlad. You did it, Vlad. You saved the culture, Vlad. You got Tupac Shakur Killer, Keefe D. Court. You did it, Vlad. Choke, no joke. I'm live. YouTube, Patreon, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you go, all right? I'm live. Instagram, my website, ChokeNoJokeProductions.com. We live, baby. We live. All right? Shout out to Vlad. Vlad, you did it, Vlad. Vlad, you saved the culture, Vlad. You did it, Vlad. You did it, Vlad. Keefe D. Ash is going to jail for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Where's my smoothie? I'm back on my workout heavy. You see my smoothie, right? Y'all see it, right? You see it, right? There's strawberries, and I make these myself. Strawberries, blueberries, bananas, kale, spinach, and mango. Now, for all y'all that's in the criminal culture of hip hop, where y'all like to go up on these interviews and tell all y'all street crimes, let this be a lesson to y'all niggas right here. Keep running your goddamn mouth. Keep going up there. Vlad, you getting the Junior G-Man badge. You did it, baby. Walter C, good looking. I appreciate the cash app, bro. Oh, Vlad. Oh, Vlad. You did it, baby. And they all y'all here say, oh, man, you can't blame Vlad. He just asked the questions. Well, you goofies out there that say you cannot blame Vlad. He just asked the questions. Well, it takes the line of questioning that got Keefy D ass jammed up. And I don't think it's going to end with Keefy D. I think Keefy D and Puff is about to get indicted. Watch. They're going to grab Keefy D, and then they're going to ask him about, oh, Puffy paid you to do this, that, and the third. And he going to have the option to not go to jail for the rest of his life talking that rat shit. All he going to have to do is say, Puff told us to do it, and he would give us $1 million. And Puff ass is going to jail. Keefy D going to get charged with an accessory to murder, and his out is going to be testifying against Puff. Watch. Mark my words. This is all getting ready to happen. Watch. The motherfuckers wouldn't have went up in Keefy D house if they didn't have them. They wouldn't have blew their cover and ran up in there. They got some shit coming down the pipeline. Watch. You did it, Vlad. Vlad, I'm telling you. When them niggas get when they get I mean, I'm gonna knock on wood because I don't want to see nobody go to jail. You know what I'm saying? That is not the place for nobody. But it's just a reality, right? If and when this happens, watch Vlad take all the credit. And he's going to go down in history as the person that helped get the killer for Tupac. Now, I'm going to tell you, y'all niggas, let me not say that. Hold on. I have to double this cup. That joint sweating. It's so cold. Watch, Vlad's going to go down in history as the person that helped solve the Tupac murder. And it's going to be a big thing in history because it's going to be like it was solved on social media. And he's going to go down in hip-hop history and make all us black people look bad because he's going to be the guy that he's going to go down in history as the person that solved Tupac murder. Watch. And all of us is going to look like a bunch of stupid ass niggas. And he going to get all the praise and glory when we dead and gone. And this fucking, we already got the cars that's flying already. FAA already proved that. I got to show y'all that. Let me write a note just so I don't forget. The cars that we seen in like the Fifth Element and all that, you remember we used it, and I keep telling y'all, I stay in the future. I believe in time travel. But you remember when we was little and you watch the movies and the cars just flying? Well, the future's now that they just past that. We're about to see that shit. And if you got 300 bands to buy a new flying car, this is going to separate the rich from the poor. It ain't going to be no middle class. It's rich and poor. If you can't, if you ain't got 300 bands to buy the flying car, you will be on the ground. Right? So let me get back. Let me finish giving Vlad his junior G-Man badge props. So I can't remember what year this was, right? But me and Vlad used to be really good friends. I'm not gonna say he ain't my friend no more because he ain't do nothing to me personally not to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? He's still my friend. But I stopped dealing with Vlad. You know, we had a business relationship too. You know, even though he never broke me off no money, for all the footage I let him help build up his site. He never broke me off no bread. But one hand washes the other. You know, his platform had numbers. I had the content. So one hand washes the other, right? So for that reason, you know, it ain't never been no money thing. It was us coming up together type of thing, right? But I stopped messing with Vlad just because I stand on my morals and principles and my beliefs and stuff, right? Um, who's that? OG, right? So I I used to talk to Vlad about the direction that he was going in with his stuff. Like, yo, dude, like with the, you know, like I always tell y'all, Charlemagne was his first Pinocchio. Like he was Geppetto and he would puppeteer and he would make Charlemagne get up there and talk about Birdman or talk about Mace or talk about anybody. You know what I'm saying? Charlemagne was just so gullible and goofy and doofy that, you know, he just wanted to get attention. Until now, you seen his last Vlad interview. That nigga learned how to do a Vlad interview after I done taught his ass and told his ass 10 years ago, however long ago it was, that, yo, what he's doing is pitting you against people that you don't even know. You keep answering questions and talking about Birdman kissing Wayne and all this other shit. And Charlemagne took it a step further. He would go on Dr. Phil and talk about Birdman and stuff like that. And it ain't even had nothing to do with nothing. Until Birdman ran down on him, until Mace ran down on him. And then he started seeing that him going on Vlad was getting him into real life shit. So then he got mad at Vlad and stopped talking to Vlad for a bunch of years. And then you see more recently, you know, down there he's on his decline and Vlad is on his level or above. Now he running back over to Vlad, right? So, but the reason, like me and Vlad, I haven't seen Vlad. I don't even know how long, man. The last time I see Vlad was at his office, me going to his office, you know what I'm saying, to do an interview or something. But like I said, I never had a personal beef with me. He never did nothing to me. He never stole nothing out of my house. He never fucked my bitch, nothing like that. It was just, I'm for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And I got people that are friends of mine, and just because I speak the truth, they'll get mad at me and be like, yo, you can't be saying the truth because I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? You could be my friend, but the truth that I'm telling ain't nothing that is your personal business. And what I'm speaking on affects the people from my fucking neighborhood. Like the people I grew up with, the people like you, Vlad didn't come up in our neighborhoods. He didn't grow up in with us. You know what I'm saying? So you doing stuff to hurt us as my people, as my culture. I don't look at as Vlad as hip hop culture. I don't look at him as of the culture. I didn't come up in the industry with him. I didn't see him around. He wasn't Kid Capri. Even though he say he's DJ Vlad. I seen Kid Capri. I seen Dua. I seen SNS. I seen Ron G. I seen all these niggas in hip hop. I never seen Vlad nowhere. So to me, he's a journalist in hip hop. He's not hip hop to me. That's just to me. Like I don't look at him like I look at Puff. I don't look at him like I look at Jay. I don't look at him like I look at Jermaine Dupri or Dr. Dre or the Alcoholics or Exhibit or any goddamn nigga in hip hop that I seen coming up when hip hop wasn't popular and when everybody was struggling and doing this. He wasn't there. I didn't see him, and I documented 30 years. So the time he came in, it's like everybody's eating off hip hop now. This is where Dame got the culture vulture thing. You know what I'm saying? And you see, Vlad don't interview nobody Russian up there. He don't got no Russian rappers up there. He don't have no Russian filmmakers up there. None of that. It's all our culture. So, like I said, I fell out with him because he started going in a direction that was pitting black people against black people or hip hop against hip hop. And then niggas start beefing and niggas start getting in real beefs and niggas, some people died, some people went to jail, some people got shot, some people got jumped. You know what I'm saying? All because of his line of questioning and bringing up the person behind the person that talked about the person because he asked the person a certain question. Yeah, so, Jack said, Jill gave him head. Yo, Jack, is that true? Jill gave you head? Yeah, man, man, but she was whack, man. Yo, Jill, we just did this interview with Jack. Yo, the nigga Jack said, what? I'm coming up there. I'm gonna tell you the real story. Then she get up there, that nigga Jack, let me tell you about that nigga. Jack and Jill run up the hill to fetch a pail of water and start talking about they goddamn Vlad interviews, and then they goddamn start fighting and they go tumbling down the hill. As simple as that. ABC. I just gave it to you in the nursery rhyme. All right. So I was I'm telling them like, yo, I don't support that. I don't support that. I don't support that. You're going to get somebody hurt. You're going to get somebody killed. That turned into him now started asking people about their criminal history. That became infatuation. Like, y'all got to understand, Vlad is infatuated with the black man. He loves our story. He wished that he could have lived in the era when niggas was selling crack. He wished he could have grew up in the projects. He's fascinated by it, just like us black people are fascinated with the Italians' lifestyle, with the mob lifestyle. It's the same shit. Vlad is infatuated with black people lifestyle and culture and how we sold drugs and did all this stuff. He's infatuated with our lifestyle. The same way we are infatuated with the Italian lifestyle. You got the goddamn fucking Wu Gambinos. Them niggas was Chinese or fucking Shaolin or something. Then they became the Wu Gambinos. They was the Chinese Italians. You know what I'm saying? You got the rapper Scarface. His name is Scarface because of Scarface. You got, oh God, I can't remember how many Fat Joe with the Don Cartagena. Like everybody wanted to be Scarface. Scarface wasn't even a fucking Italian. Nigga was Cuban. But everybody wanted to be the Mafia, the Godfather, Mikey Corleone. That we wasn't infatuated with the style. We were infatuated. That's where the fucking snitching and the ratting come from. That come from the mob. All that is mafia shit. All this snitching and ratting and all that come from the mob. We are infatuated with their style. It's the same difference. All right. So I don't, like I said, I can't remember what year it was that Vlad started doing criminology. He just started focusing on it. But that lane was open and he took it and he put black tar over it. He put new lines in the street, yellow lines, white lines. He took that street and he ran with it until it got to the point with the Tupac and the Biggie murders. Then he really found his niche, right? Then you had all these people doing interviews and talking about Biggie and Tupac. You got Gene Deal on the Biggie side. You know, you got the Outlaws and Napoleon and on the Tupac side. And all these people just start doing interviews, right? So now then the Greg Caden dude come out. And he started talking, he do the murder rap joint. And he's the one that interviewed Keefe D, who's the only survivor, well, the only person alive today that was in the car with Tupac. Greg Caden interviewed Keefe D and did a proffer agreement with him that whatever he tell them about the murders, because they was investigating the Biggie murder, Greg Caden and them, not Tupac. And they asked him questions and he confessed and told them about the Tupac murder because he had immunity that day in that conversation, but not overall immunity. So when Greg Caden did that interview with Keefe D, he recorded him unknowingly to Keefe D. Then he leaked it. He leaked the audio, and that's how we found out about the shooting from Keefe D's angle and Puffy offering $1 million to get Tupac and Suge killed. We also learned in that phone call that Zip supposedly gave him the gun. All this information came from Greg Caden and that leaked phone call. Once that leaked phone call, that leaked interview with the police got out here, and then somehow, one or another, Vlad got in touch with Keefe D. Vlad, I don't care what y'all say. Vlad was the first person that I saw interview Keefe D. He paid him for that interview. Y'all can believe what y'all want, but Keefe D got a bag for that interview. Once Vlad brought Keefe D on his platform, he started putting all the people together that was involved. Gene Dale, you got Keefe D, you got Reggie Wright, you got all these dudes. He started interviewing everybody around this case. Well, Keefe D said, psst. Well, Keefe D said, psst. And then he'll cut to Keefe D. And all these people are telling all these stories until they are putting all the pieces together. The police are just sitting back like this. Okay. Good job, Vlad. Okay. 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 And Vlad and niggas is just going up there, running their mouth, running their mouth. Now, KVD done ran his mouth so goddamn much that other niggas started paying him to come on their website. And he started talking more and more and more and more. And then he did this nigga, the dialogue joint. And that right there, brother, is the last confession that they needed from goddamn Keefy D, and his ass is done. Give that shit a few days, maybe weeks, but the indictment's gonna fall down on Keefy D, and then the indictment's gonna fall down on Puff, and then Keefy D gonna have to either stick to his true Crip shit and not testify against Puff, or he might be like, nigga, I'm 60 years old. Puff, you going to jail. Not me, nigga. And he gonna tell on Puff, and they gonna get that nigga a few years, and Puff gonna wind up doing fucking 25 years. But you know, Puff got good lawyers. So if Shine went to jail and Puff didn't, I don't know. Puff is good. He's good with these lawyers. But you know, the industry, it might be Puff time. Nigga just call these white people racist and shit. Now, if you're new to my channel, can you please subscribe? It don't cost you nothing. Hit the subscribe button, please. Can y'all help me get 1 million followers? Subscribers, I mean. Just hit the subscribe button, please, please. I beg of you. I know you can't do Cash App, but you can do subscribe. It don't cost nothing. Now, I'm going to show y'all an interview that Greg Caden did recently that will explain why Keefy D ass is in trouble, right? That would explain this profit agreement for, because some of y'all say, oh, you know, he got immunity, this, that, and the other. I'm going to get the cop that interviewed him, that secretly recorded him and put it out, because you know he don't care about no black man. That's what his job is to do. Lock up the black man. Right? Watch what he say. One second. All right, here we go. And I am using this under fair use. Here's my copyright disclaimer right here. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, common news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay. Put that up there on the top of the screen. Let's get into this.
Why do you think, after all these years, Las Vegas PD got the search warrant and executed the search?
Well, there's a couple of explanations. Is this directly related to their investigation, the cold case investigation of Tupac, Or is it just a coincidental thing where this guy's being looked at for some other unrelated crime and they're going there to further that criminal investigation? But by the nature of it being Keefe D, he's directly attached to Tupac's, murder in Las Vegas. So we have to wait and see what that search warrant actually says and what the purposes were for it.
Does he have some sort of immunity? Does Keefe D have immunity? Why has there never been any prosecution of him, even though he's telling everybody
that he was in
in the car?
Yeah.
So Keefe D's first confession to law enforcement was in December of 2009 when we sat down with him under what's known as a proffer agreement, where he can disclose incriminating information about his involvement in a murder, but we can't use that self-incriminating statement against him. So this happens, in 2009. And then years go by, he's protected from his own incriminating statements, but then he begins to go out and boast publicly about his involvement in the murder. That completely nullifies, this agreement. Now everything he says is incriminating. He never had.
Now, for all y'all that are out there to say, it ain't Vlad's fault, it ain't Vlad's fault, it ain't because of Vlad, what did this goddamn cop just say? In 2009, he was good. He was good. He had nothing to worry about. They couldn't prosecute him for him admitting it. But he went out and he doing all these interviews. Do not tell me y'all interviewed him before Vlad. Ain't none of y'all interviewed him before Vlad. Ain't none of y'all had the line of questioning that Vlad had. Y'all, more recently, in the last, I don't even think in the last year, I seen Keefe D do other platforms outside of Vlad. Vlad was his main source for a minute. So for all y'all to say, oh, it ain't Vlad, it ain't Vlad, you didn't hear what that cop just said. Or y'all niggas keep going on these goddamn platforms talking about criminology, your criminal history. Keep doing it, dummies. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Look how it's coming back to catch all you hip-hop niggas. I'm going to bring it back a little bit so he can say it again for the dummies in the back.
What the purposes were